So I feel like this right here is the hardest part to start any day, but I feel like once you're up, and it's not as bad as you think it is. I literally feel like I have to tell myself in my head, 1, 2, 3, go, get up, or else I will quite literally just lounge around and be way too lazy and just kind of start scrolling, and I don't think that's the best way to start the day, you know? Because it just kind of fries off your dopamine receptors this early, and it's just not okay. And I just feel too unmotivated to do anything the rest of the day, so I'm just gonna take it easy. I kind of just want to do a workout and maybe journal a bit, read a bit. I kind of want to go outside for a walk, but we'll see. We'll see. It's so crazy how the first hour of our day can truly make or break how the rest of it goes. I've noticed that whenever I lounge around or scroll on my phone, I find myself way less motivated to accomplish any tasks or to be productive, and I find myself just reaching towards my phone more and more. But when I start out slowly, when I listen to my body, when I treat it with respect, when I move it, when I not necessarily overwork myself or become overproductive in the mornings, but simply when I'm just in tune, when I'm still, when I'm really intentional with what I am trying to do, I notice such a crazy shift in the rest of the day. I feel like my mood is so much better. I feel like I'm way less tired, I have way less brain fog, and I really do contribute it to that first hour, that first light of the day. I feel like it's not emphasized enough, and I truly have found in my day-to-day life and my practices that it really does set me up for success. Just letting out those cramps, letting out those nooks and crannies, pushing myself to just this limit I didn't think I could, and it truly does wonders. I feel like our bodies are always communicating to us, and it's our job simply just to listen. I feel like they'll tell us when it's hungry, it'll tell us when it needs rest, it'll tell us when it needs to purge anything that's not meant to be there. And once I started truly feeling in tune with, is this food making me feel good? Am I actually hungry right now? Do I actually want to eat right now? Am I just bored and need to go outside or read a book or do something? And truly, I feel like my body has never felt more better than this, and it's definitely a daily practice. I definitely can get caught up in my day-to-day stuff and really feel out of tune and not really listen to what my body is saying, but it's always about coming back and just being with yourself, being silent and cutting out the distractions, and your body will truly just talk to you. I just found a ton of rosehip bushes. They are literally just on the side of the road, which is actually crazy, and I feel like a lot of people don't pick them, which is wild. You can do so much stuff with rosehips. You can make rosehip oil, rosehip tea, rosehip jam, literally anything that you can think of that you would like, you can make. And they're so high in vitamin C, antioxidants. I love rosehips. I do get lazy to pick them though, because it does feel like it kind of takes a while, but this morning, I decided to just dedicate a couple hours just to pick them, harvest them, so I can make a ton of things with them. So let's do it. Rosehips are truly a superhuman holy grail food that everyone should have in their closet, in their pantry for the wintertime. It's so good with boosting immunity, reducing inflammation, helping speed up that collagen process. Today, I want to try making a rosehip jam. It is my first time trying it, and I am trying to cut the rosehips in half. At first, I wanted to scoop out the seeds because they have little white hairs inside that are super irritating to your throat, so make sure to get rid of the white hairs. You can either cut them in half and scoop them out, or the method I'm doing is I'm just putting them in a Dutch oven pot, filling it up with water, boiling it. Once it's boiled up, you kind of have to just start mashing it until it gets kind of like mashed potato-y consistency, but you'll be able to tell when it gets really mushy and boiling. And then I like to take an immersion blender and blend it up even more, and when you strain it, it'll strain for a couple days, but it'll get rid of those white hairs so you don't have to go one by one. Something that I feel like the ocean and the waves specifically have taught me about fear is just masking itself as excitement. So when I surf, something that I'm super afraid of is really steep waves, because literally no other reason than just they look scary. But I know when I catch them, I know when I put myself out into that wave, it's the most fun and adrenaline rush experience that I could ever describe to anyone. But literally it's just our minds that create these scenarios, create these false beliefs that hold us back so much. And I feel like I never would have thought the ocean would be the thing that teaches me so much about how fear holds us back, how perceptions of something make us believe in it. And I don't know, I just think it's interesting. A lot of times we stand in our own way to pursue things that we want to do, or to go after something scary. And a lot of times just because we tell ourselves these stories and these perceptions run through our head, and we just ruminate on it, we add on to it, and it keeps building up, and then it feels like your head is going to explode. But literally once you just shut your mind off, go for that wave, go for that thing, it literally makes you realize how exciting it is, how fun it is, how kind of mad at yourself you are for holding yourself back for so long from stepping out in faith or just taking that leap. And I just think that's so interesting. Our minds, man, it takes a lifetime to figure out how these little noggins work, how to operate them, and I'm here for it, okay? Because it is kind of fun. But yeah, moral of the story, just because something looks scary and terrifying and it makes your heart drop super bad because of how terrifying it is, that is just your body's way of being excited, but just not really knowing how to show it. So it expresses itself out of fear, because that's just naturally what our egos are comfortable with. So life lesson for the day: ocean teaches us all, the earth teaches us all, God teaches us all everything. Okay guys, I'm embarking on a very daunting task. I want to try making gluten-free cinnamon rolls. If you eat anything gluten-free or vegan, you know that getting the right texture and consistency is such a hit or miss, and cinnamon rolls is actually the one thing that I have not been able to master yet. And I am very self-competitive, and I am determined to find a recipe that tastes pillowy soft and just fluffy and doesn't crumble, and that you'll be able to roll it well without any issues. So I found a new recipe that I want to try today, and I really hope it works out. I've really been craving cinnamon rolls. I feel like once fall time, winter time comes around, I just feel like there's nothing better than cozying up under a blanket with some tea or coffee and a really warm, pillowy, soft cinnamon roll. Oh, it just sounds so good. Oh my gosh. So let's see if this one actually turns out, and if not, it's fine. I'm still gonna eat it, okay, because cinnamon rolls are cinnamon rolls. Who doesn't love them? But I'm crossing my fingers that this recipe will be good. I will link the recipe to these cinnamon rolls down below, but they're truly pretty simple to make, no crazy ingredients. I did not have bread flour, and I just substituted pizza flour, and they turned out amazing, so don't worry if you don't have any bread flour, but I definitely want to be trying it with that next time. I feel like baking is one of those things that I love doing in the wintertime when it gets dark out really, really early and there's not really much you can be doing. I love perfecting on recipes or just selling my baked goods. I feel like I can get into a flow state if I have a clean kitchen, if everything is in its right place, and I feel like I can just go and experiment and just truly have fun with it. And I feel like we all need to have a hobby or two when these days get really short, or else it is so easy to fall into a slump or fall into a seasonal depression. And you know, sometimes it's nice to hibernate and not have the need to be outside all the time, because sometimes when it's just light out until 10 p.m. I almost feel like I'm wasting like daylight if I'm not outside trying to do as much as I can, or if I'm not out surfing for a long time, or if I'm not out walking and watching the sunset. So I think wintertime is a good reminder that we don't always have to be go, go, go. We don't always have to be outside. We can find just as amazing, grounding, fulfilling, fun, productive things to do in our homes. This part did get a little bit tricky only because the dough is super sticky. I did find this hack to put saran wrap onto my table, which really helps it from sticking all the way down. And later on, if you struggle with rolling up your dough, you can actually take the plastic wrap from under and kind of like assist the cinnamon roll to roll up tightly. And the cornstarch is a lifesaver. I was like pretty much out, so I could barely have any, but get your cornstarch. Something that I found helpful, instead of using a wooden rolling pin, I actually started dipping my spoon into either cornstarch or flour and just kind of like spreading out my dough with the spoon, not my hands. I did try my fingers, but it was really, really sticky. So if I could recommend anything, it's a spoon. It is literally a lifesaver. And be really careful when you spread, because the dough is very thin and it's very fragile and you can rip it really easily. So be careful on this step. Don't go too ham on it. Because the cinnamon rolls turned out very, very squishy, and the dough, it was just super hard to roll it up and it tears really easily. It does look like it would turn out really fluffy, but low-key getting a little worried. I feel like they might not turn out, but it's okay. I feel like even if they don't look the most aesthetically pleasing, taste is what matters. So as long as they taste good, as long as the dough isn't like rock hard, then I will take a win. But they are in the oven right now and they are rising. I'm probably gonna let them rise for like 40 minutes. I don't really want to wait an hour. It did say like 40 to an hour, so I think 40 minutes is good enough, but I am very impatient. I just want to know how they turn out. I really hope they turn out. I really, really hope. it taste?
It's really good.
The dough turned out really fluffy. I was super worried because when I was rolling it up, it kept like squishing together, but it turned out really good, and this is probably my favorite gluten-free cinnamon roll recipe ever.
Really
10 out of 10. This road leads to no scenic views. That's what's up. Right?
Yep.
We're up here on this secret spot where nobody's allowed to go because only me and Leish know about it. And it's beautiful, the waves are so loud, and the dogs are acting super crazy, but nonetheless, it's a vibe. Super chilly, crispy fall day. Leish is wearing his hunting hat. Looks like he's ready to catch a buck.
Enjoying this beautiful view.
He's really hangry right now. No bueno. Also, why does this look like literally so trippy? Look at that. It looks like something from an alien film. Like, how do you just put this little soccer ball thing in the middle of nowhere? It's crazy. Me and my little cone baby. She's acting wild right now. Say hi to the vlog. Are you happy? You're happy to be out.